Hi guys, so this is, I wasn't gonna film this, but I figured it took me a really long time to research this topic, so I figured this might be something that might help somebody else as well. I'm getting to the point when a lot of my brushes, especially if like kids have been using the art supplies and they tend to be a little bit more rough on the brushes than I am, that the ends of my brushes are getting nasty. What I'm doing today is there's like a bunch of hacks that I've seen online that can supposedly restore the point to your brushes. Some brushes like this is a rigger brush that I bought just last year, and I think after just one use, the bristles got all splayed out, it's lost its point, which makes me incredibly sad. So what I'm doing is there's a couple of methods that I want to try out to see if I can restore their point. The first thing that I tried was cleaning it very thoroughly, because what I saw online was this might be caused by paint being stuck, dried up in the ferrule, causing the bristles to splay out. So the first thing that I've been using is this Masters brush cleaner and preserver, and I absolutely love this. The internet swears by this. I have seen so many artists' recommendations for it, so I purchased one. I got it off artwhale.ph because I saw online that it might be able to reshape brushes. This I used to paint the mural in my friend's office, which is why it looks like that. It looks horrible. So let's see if we can use any of these miracle cures to bring these back to life. Wouldn't that be amazing? Let's try to clean it, see if anything comes out of it. Yes, it is still dirty. Whoops. Look at this. So as you can see, or I don't know if you can see it, I can see it. Like there's paint that's still coming off of the bristles. Oh, see, ew. I'm just gonna massage that in, really work it in there. Another random thing I'm doing later is I've actually signed up for piano classes, and I'm gonna be taking those with my sister, so that should be fun. It's something that we've talked about doing since forever, and we've just never gotten around to doing it. And then now that she's taking a little break because she just gave birth, she actually has some free time, so I figured, why not? Let's just go for it. Sometimes I feel like I have all these things that I want to accomplish in my life, all these things that I want to try to learn to do. I try to, like, this is something you've been talking about doing for a really long time. Why haven't you done it yet? You know, like really ask yourself, like, why haven't you done it yet? What are the things that you're afraid of? And then you confront those things one by one, and majority of the time you will realize that the things that you're afraid of are nothing to be afraid of, and you should just go for it. So I'm just gonna go for it. We're gonna have piano lessons. This is like really deep for just piano lessons. The only thing that's stopping me from doing the things I want to do is myself. Like, I'm just getting in my own way. So I try not to do that. It's not that big of a deal. They're just piano lessons. But you know what I mean? Like, even the little no big deal stuff. Like, there's a reason why you're holding back. Why are you holding back? Can you fix it? Can you get out of your own way and do something about it? This is plenty clean. That's enough. Okay, rinsey rinse. I'm confident that this brush is clean. And as you can see, it cleans it really well. There's no paint residue on it anymore, but it hasn't been completely reshaped. Like, all the edges are still kind of frayed. Well, let's see. Maybe if we like really dry it well. I mean, I can tell it's also kind of crooked this way. This has been working great to clean my brushes when I'm using them. Like, immediately after using, I will clean it with this. It removes any paint residue on the brush, so I'm really happy with that. Something else I'm trying today is I am actually trying to use alcohol to really clean the acrylic paint off these brushes. Although I don't paint with acrylic, I do use acrylic gouache, which is like part gouache, part acrylic. So this was pretty bent and bad. Like, when I first started cleaning it, I'd say this was almost 90 degrees bent. Sort of like this one here, because what happened was they used it, I cleaned it, and then it was accidentally stored in a place where it got bent. So I'm trying out the alcohol solution with this one, and I gotta say, I think it's actually working, because what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to soften the brushes. So I just poured a little alcohol onto this thing. I'm trying to soften the bristles. I'm trying to remove any paint, allowing the alcohol solution, not alcohol solution, it's just alcohol, allowing the alcohol to soak into the ferrule a little bit and hoping that will loosen any dried bits of paint that might be trapped there. I don't know if that's a thing that people do. It's just something that I'm trying out for myself. I do feel like it's helped a little bit. Some of the bristles are already starting to go back to its original shape, but obviously it still has like little random hairs that are sticking out, which isn't great. I'm just having fun right now. I'm just like playing because I'm not too worried about ruining this brush because I've already set it aside anyway as a brush that I no longer want to use. But if I can save it, that would be amazing. Paintbrushes can be expensive, you know, let's not waste them. Let's see if we can get even more of this off with the alcohol. I don't know if the alcohol is a good or a bad idea. I don't know if there's anyone out there watching this video thinking, like screaming at the screen right now because like, you should just put alcohol on her paintbrushes. These are all like cheapy student grade paintbrushes. So don't worry so much, it's okay. We're just experimenting, we're having some fun. Nothing is coming off of it, so I am confident that the Master's brush cleaner has done its job and that this is plenty clean. It feels so soft. After cleaning, this is what it looks like. Before. The third technique that I want to try, which is, this is a synthetic brush. I heard that if you take boiling water and dip your synthetic brush in boiling water, you can quickly reshape it because it will kind of melt the bristles. So I've been very hesitant to do this. For the sake of this video, let's give it a try. Okay, I'm back. I put the boiled water in this little thermos to ensure that it stays warm. Just a little bit. Ooh, dippy dip the bristles and then quickly reshape them. Oh, you know what? That actually worked pretty well. Wow, I am impressed. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. I'm gonna keep doing this for a few more brushes while the water is still hot. I mean, the test is after you wash your brushes, their shape goes back, obviously. And then when they dry or when you start to paint with them, they lose their shape immediately. So what I'm trying to do is restore it so that I can actually use them when I'm painting. That would be like the ideal scenario. But if this works, that would be amazing. It's so easy. Please work. So the reason why the hot water works is these brushes are synthetic and supposedly the boiling water softens the plastic enough that you can reshape it quickly, but you gotta work quick and you can't leave it in the boiling water or it'll just melt your brushes. Let's see if we can improve on this texture. Ooh, ooh. Hot, it's really hot, obviously. It's straighter. Remember how it was kind of crooked this way? So that's working. Let's do a little bit more. Hot. Just kind of try to work that into a tip. Okay, I do feel like it's straighter a little bit, but I'm still not getting that fine of a tip. So this is our after for hot water solution. Not bad, not bad. Straighter than it was, less frayed than it was. We're gonna use all of our methods on this brush. way too excited about this. This is so stupid. Tip number 4, or test number 4, I should say. This is a Winsor & Newton gum arabic solution, for lack of a better word. I bought this off of Lazada, so that's why it's like a tiny tester pot and not the actual thing. I don't know if it's the actual thing. I really hope it is and they didn't trick me. But what I'm doing is I'm fully saturating the bristles of the brush with this and using it sort of like a hair gel to kind of reposition these stray errant bristles. There's like 1 or 2 bristles that haven't quite fallen into place. So I'm using this. And so most of the times when you receive your paint brushes, they will come like hard, like this, right? And that's because they do have some kind of gum arabic on it. That's basically what I'm doing. Like I'm re-coating them to kind of train the hair to stay in that shape. The only downside with this is I cannot use this brush for a week. I saw another video where she said try not to use them for like a month so that it really sets. And hopefully this will like fully restore the point and I will have found the secret to keeping my brushes around for life. Stop messing with it. I can't help it. The minute you see that it's more or less come together, like the edges, oh, just let go. It's okay. It doesn't have to be so completely perfect. This, by the way, is one of my favorite hats. Detail brushes. Little 00, this is like 0.000 brushes. Like these ones are friggin' expensive and they lose their tip so fast. This one was crazy expensive and then I completely ruined the tip. So I still feel bad about that. Like there is no way to salvage this particular brush because I've ruined it. I don't even want to talk about how I did that. But something that's been working really well for me actually is using nail art brushes. These are so cheap, so I don't feel bad about ruining them. They hold their tip really well, obviously because they've been made for like gel manicures and things like that. So yeah, that's my little fun art tip for the day. All right, so I've finished a bunch of brushes over here. I'm gonna set that aside to dry. The ones on my little brush holder thing, these are the ones that have gum arabic on them. The rest are just boiled in hot water. I'm gonna wait for these to dry, see if they hold their shape. The nice thing about that is the minute they dry, I can paint again. I can start using them again. Let's just move these to the side. Just wanted to have some company while I did this random thing of reshaping my brushes. I'm gonna go have lunch now. I'll see you in a bit. I am back from lunch. So for the ones that I only did hot water on, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna test it and see how well they keep their shape after we reintroduce paint to them. Let's give that a shot. So remember the little wooden eraser thing that I started working on? I never finished it. So that's what we're gonna work on now. I didn't finish it because I was getting really frustrated with these brushes, which is what started me on this whole downward spiral towards fixing these brushes. Why don't I bring you a little closer so you can see what's happening? So let's not overthink it. Let's just go for it. It doesn't have to be a whole thing. We're just having fun. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Let's try this brush. I think I'll start with the yellow ochre. Okay, let's test this out. Hey, that is not bad. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Look at that. So much. What the heck? To think I was gonna throw this brush out. I mean, look at that. Look at that line. I'm so excited, I'm so excited. Let us try the rigger brush. It had too much paint already in the bristles, so I rinsed it off and start again. Pick up more paint with a little more water, because sometimes, because the acrylic gouache dries so fast, I think that's a problem that I'm having, that it's actually drying in the paint brush, because I guess I just paint too slowly, and I think that might be one of the things that's causing the paint not to go on as smoothly, and two, that's causing the brushes to get damaged. I don't know, that's just a theory that I've been playing with in my head. This actually isn't even like a painting brush. This is a Moppet brush for Chinese calligraphy. And you know what? I used to really dislike these brushes, but after that little hack, it is holding its shape so much better. And because it was made for calligraphy, it is like really on point. Like, I am loving this. It's like really getting the shape that I want to get. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. This is great. This is a fun new discovery for me. I honestly don't know what I'm making, but I'm having fun figuring it out. I really want to keep going because I'm like getting in the groove, but my piano teacher should arrive any minute now. So I don't want to start another thing and get interrupted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up these brushes. Those hacks, amazing. I am so happy with how they turned out. And then I'm gonna go, I don't wanna damage them again. So let's be more intentional about cleaning every time we finish using them. I'm gonna go do my piano class and then I will continue this afterwards. I just finished my piano lesson and I'm so happy. I couldn't stop smiling the whole time. Like I'm doing the baby workbook, like literally the most basic beginner because I couldn't remember anything. So like obviously, because I am so much older, I'm speeding through it, but I'm having a really good time learning all the little basics. And I've learned up to 3 notes on each finger and I'm so proud of myself. But anyway, let's go back to the painting. So I came back. And this brush, which I was so happy about because it was keeping its point right, when it dried, look at that, it's frayed again. So the hot water worked for a little bit, but it's already lost its point. For this brush, it lost its point. But for the Moppet brush, the calligraphy brush, this is still nice and sharp. So it worked for this one, but not for this one. That is my update on those methods. Here is how the eraser is looking so far. I'm gonna keep working on this and then show you the finished result in a bit. Okay, it's getting late and I'm getting to that point where I feel like I'm starting to lose perspective and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So this is what I've come up with. I had so much fun adding like the little details on all the sides. I don't know, it's one of those things where I'm sure the more I look at it, the more I'll figure out what it needs. But for now, this is done. All right, so I think I'm gonna call it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was as fun for you as it was for me. And if today has taught me anything, it's definitely do things like this for yourself. Do the things that you have been putting off because it is so rewarding. It just makes me so happy, and I hope that if you try out something that you've been putting off for a really long time, it fills you with so much joy as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!